Do you know why people say earning $120,000 but still crying? Today, I'll reveal a truth that 90% of workers don't know. Why you can double your salary but still feel as miserable as your first day at work. The story begins with a shocking study. When salary increases from $60,000 to $120,000, your happiness level only increases for exactly 3 months, then returns to baseline, or even worse. Listen, does this sound familiar? When you first graduated, earning $40,000, you thought, if I could make $60,000, that would be enough. Then you hit $60,000 and thought, $80,000 would be better. Now with $120,000 in hand, you still feel something's missing. Who programmed your brain this way? The truth is, the modern economic system has created a perfect machine, making you chase money your entire life without ever achieving true happiness. They know exactly how to manipulate human psychology to turn you into a money-making machine. While you're chasing the numbers on your paycheck, those who truly understand the game have designed hundreds of subtle traps to keep you stuck in this endless loop. I'll be straight with you. After reading this, you'll understand why high salary still means suffering, why work-life balance matters more than salary level, and most importantly, how to escape the psychological trap they've set. You'll never look at success the same way again. Have you ever wondered why buying a new iPhone only makes you happy for a few weeks? This is the first trap the system has set for you: hedonic adaptation, or simply getting used to good things. The truth companies don't want you to know is the human brain is designed to quickly adapt to all positive changes. When salary increases from $80,000 to $120,000, your brain goes through month 1 with, wow, life is amazing. Month 2, it's okay, but in month 3, hey, I need more. That's how nature resets your happiness level to the starting point. But why does this happen? Imagine playing a game where every level is equally easy. You'd get bored immediately, right? The brain works exactly the same way. It needs challenges, continuous progress to create a sense of satisfaction. The real problem is modern capitalism has hacked this mechanism. They know that after you get used to your new salary level, you'll automatically want more. And so you work harder, sacrifice more, stress more to chase that more. While you lose time, health, relationships, what do they get? A highly efficient employee, never satisfied, always ready to sacrifice everything for work. Actually, research from Princeton University shows that after a salary level of $75,000 per year, about $6,250 per month currently, salary increases no longer have significant impact on happiness. But did anyone tell you this? Of course not. Because if you knew, who would work overtime to buy the new iPhone? This is the most important thing. Hedonic adaptation doesn't just apply to money. It also applies to expensive cars, bigger houses, higher positions, expensive brand names. Remember this, everything you think will make you happy long term is just an illusion. You're running on a hamster wheel without knowing it. The truth management doesn't want you to know is there are 2 completely opposite types of motivation, fighting in your head every day. Intrinsic motivation means working because you love it, for meaning, for personal development. Extrinsic motivation means working for money, fame, social pressure. Let's see how this battle unfolds. When intrinsic motivation wins, you wake up without an alarm, forget to eat and sleep because you're passionate about work, feel time flying by, work because you want to, not because you have to. The result is sustainable happiness and high creativity. When extrinsic motivation dominates, you work like a robot waiting for quitting time, stress about deadlines and KPIs, feel like you're selling your soul, only get excited about raises or promotions. The result is burnout, depression, loss of direction. But that's just the surface. The real problem is the education and corporate systems have been designed to kill your intrinsic motivation from childhood. At school, study for tests, not to understand. Grades matter more than knowledge. Listen to teachers, don't ask questions. At work, follow procedures, don't innovate. KPIs are everything. Promotion depends on networking, not ability. Actually, research from MIT proves when you work for passion, productivity increases 30% and happiness increases 50% compared to working just for money. But why don't companies encourage this? The shocking answer: because people with high intrinsic motivation are usually hard to control. They ask many questions, aren't afraid to change, can quit anytime if they feel it's not suitable. Meanwhile, those dominated by extrinsic motivation are predictable, easy to control, willing to sacrifice everything for money, never dare to quit. And that's how they turn you into a modern slave. Signs you're trapped by extrinsic motivation: waking up feeling heavy, counting days until weekend, only excited about raises, feeling work is meaningless, jealous of others' income, thinking happiness equals more money. Do you know why the term work-life balance appeared exactly when workers are working the most in history? Today, I'll expose one of the system's most subtle scams, turning life balance into a product to sell to you. The truth HR doesn't want you to know is, work-life balance isn't about balancing two separate things. It's about integrating life into a meaningful whole. How the system sells work-life balance to you. They say work hard, play hard, but actually turn rest time into a tool to increase work productivity. They sell yoga classes, meditation apps, wellness programs aimed at helping you recover to work more efficiently. They encourage disconnect to reconnect, but actually create guilt when you truly want to rest. Trap number 1 is productive rest. Listen, do you notice? Now, even rest must be productive. Reading self-help books instead of novels, going to gym instead of lying down watching movies, networking events instead of meeting real friends, skill-building hobbies instead of simple pleasures. Actually, your brain needs bored time, moments of truly doing nothing to be creative and recover. But the system has turned this into wasting time. Trap number 2 is always-on culture. They say flexibility in work hours, but actually you must be ready to work 24/7. They give remote work, but you lose boundaries between home and office. They encourage passion for work, but the result is you feel guilty when not working. Shocking numbers about balance. Americans work an average of 50 hours per week, second highest in the world. 80% of employees check email after work hours. 90% feel burnout but are afraid to quit. Only 10% are truly satisfied with their jobs. The real problem is the system has defined success as busy. If you're not busy, you're not successful. Ways to recognize you're falling into the trap: guilty rest, feeling guilty when doing nothing, productive anxiety, worrying you're not efficient enough, success guilt, afraid others think you're lazy, FOMO work, afraid of missing promotion opportunities, identity crisis, not knowing who you are outside of work. Try to think, when was the last time you truly did nothing without feeling guilty? That's why you can have work-life balance on paper, but still feel exhausted, because you're balancing two things the system has defined wrong from the start. Have you ever wondered why CEOs always advise you don't work for money while they have billion-dollar salaries? Today, I'll reveal the shocking research that the super rich always keep secret. There's a specific number for optimal income for happiness, and it's much lower than you think. Research from Princeton University in 2010, the optimal income level is $75,000 per year, about $6,250 per month currently. After this level, each additional dollar only increases happiness at diminishing rates. From $100,000 and up, there's almost no impact on well-being. 2021 research update from Killingsworth at Wharton has shocking findings. There are two completely different groups of people. Group 1 accounts for 80% of the population. Happiness peaks at $100,000 per year, then decreases or doesn't increase anymore. This is most of us. Group 2 accounts for 20% of the population. Happiness continues to increase with income, no ceiling effect. These are people with special personalities. Actually, most of us belong to Group 1, but the education system and media force us to learn from Group 2. Why is this number kept secret? Simple reason. If everyone knew that $6,550 per month is enough for happiness, who would work overtime to buy expensive cars, take loans to buy bigger houses, sacrifice family for promotions, accept toxic workplaces for high salaries? The entire consumer system would collapse. Deeper analysis. Why this number? $6,250 per month allows you to fully meet basic needs, have some savings, not worry about money daily, focus on truly important things. Beyond this level, you start encountering hedonic adaptation, social comparison pressure, comparing with others, Lifestyle inflation, spending increases with income. Stress paradox, more money means more pressure. Stress paradox, why does high salary create more stress? $40,000 salary has low pressure, low expectations. $120,000 salary has high pressure, high expectations, greater fear of losing. Research shows people earning $120,000 are often more stressed than those earning $60,000 because of pressure to maintain lifestyle, fear of being judged, more intense competition, feeling of never enough. Real case study from America. Mike, software engineer, 2019 salary $50,000, happy, hanging out on weekends. 2023 salary $100,000, stressed, overtime, rarely seeing friends. Conclusion, more money but somehow sadder. Sarah, marketing manager, from $60,000 to $120,000 in 3 years. Initially very happy, now feels empty. Quote, salary increased but life quality decreased. This is the most important thing. Optimal income isn't about the number, but about having enough to be free. Free from worrying about money, to focus on relationships, personal growth, meaningful work, life experiences. If you're earning over $6,250 per month and still not happy, the problem isn't money. The problem lies elsewhere. The truth the marketing industry doesn't want you to know is they've created a perfect algorithm to turn every salary increase into a new trap. Lifestyle inflation, or lifestyle creep, isn't a natural phenomenon. It's the result of a meticulously designed psychological campaign. How the algorithm works. Step 1. Target identification. Tracking salary level through data from banks, social media, analyzing spending patterns, precisely identifying your financial sweet spot. Step 2. Psychological triggers. Sending ads right when you receive your salary, using social proof people in your income bracket are buying. Creating FOMO, limited time offer for professionals like you. Step 3. Justification engineering. You deserve better. Investment in yourself, quality of life upgrades successful people deserve. Anatomy of a perfect trap. When salary goes from $60,000 to $80,000, rent more expensive place, just $500 more per month, eat out better, I've suffered enough, buy designer clothes, investment in image. Result, savings still zero. When salary goes from $80,000 to $120,000, buy a car. Convenient for work, expensive travel, life balance, new gadgets necessary for work. Result, financial stress remains the same. Shocking numbers. 85% of Americans have increasing income, but savings don't increase. People earning $120,000 save less than those earning $60,000. 90% feel not enough money despite doubling income. Actually, this isn't a bug but a feature. The system is designed so you always feel not enough, no matter how high your income. Psychological hooks used. Social comparison. Your classmate bought a house. Colleague got a new car. I seem to be losing. Status anxiety. Clothing doesn't match position. Renting loses face. Must have image matching income. Future self justification. Buy now for the future. Investment for children. Planning ahead. Effort justification. I work hard. Deserve rewards. Deserve it. Real case. The Loop of James, 30 years old, $50,000 salary, rent studio $1,500, eat home cooking $400 a month, save $1,200 this month, feeling poor but happy. $80,000 salary, rent one bedroom $2,500 because more respectable, eat out 80 day because too busy to cook, buy designer clothes for professional image, save $1,200 a month, feeling still poor but more stressed. $120,000 salary, buy house with mortgage for building equity, buy car for work convenience, expensive travel for work-life balance, savings negative due to debt payments, feeling rich but poor. That's how they turn you into a hamster in a wheel. Signs you're caught in lifestyle inflation trap. Income increases, savings don't increase. Feeling still short of money despite doubled salary. Can't live on old salary level anymore. Shopping to reward yourself. Justification for every purchase. I deserve better things. Social media flexing about lifestyle. If you see yourself in this list, you've fallen into the trap. Who defines success for you? This is a question that 90% of people never ask themselves. They accept the definition of success from society, family, social media, without ever thinking it might be a trap. The truth the system doesn't want you to know is The current definition of success is designed to serve the system, not serve you. The system's definition of success: money scale. High salary equals success. Big house equals success. Expensive car equals success. Brand names equals success. Status scale. Job title equals self-worth. Company brand equals identity. Office size equals importance. Follower count equals influence. Busyness scale. Being busy equals being important. Overtime equals dedication. Stress equals hard work. No time equals success. Why do they want you to believe this definition? Simple reason. If you measure success by money and status, you will work more creating value for companies, consume more feeding the economy, compete with each other, divide and conquer. Never be satisfied, always needing more. Meanwhile, those truly successful in their terms have understood this game for a long time. Real definition of success. Research from Harvard Grant study lasting 80 years shows the happiest people at life's end share common traits: quality relationships, deep connections, meaningful work, purposeful work, personal growth, continuous self-development, health and well-being, physical and mental health, freedom to choose, liberty of choice. Shocking number. No one in the surveyed group mentioned money as a main factor for happiness. Case study: Warren Buffett versus average CEO. Warren Buffett still lives in the house he bought in 1958 for $31,000, drives an old Toyota Camry, eats McDonald's daily, net worth $100 billion, happiness level very high because he does work he loves. Average Fortune 500 CEO has house worth $20 million, Lamborghini, eats at Michelin stars, net worth $50 million, happiness level often stressed, divorced, health issues. Who's truly successful? Red flags of fake success. External validation dependency, needing others' recognition to feel valuable, constant social media flexing. Success only matters when seen. Golden handcuff syndrome, afraid to quit because of lifestyle inflation, trapped in unloved job. Success becomes shackles. Relationship sacrifice, no time for family and friends, work always priority number one. Success in isolation. Health deterioration, stress, insomnia, depression, busy becomes excuse for everything. Success at the cost of health. New definition of success. Success equals freedom. Time freedom, working because you want to, not because you have to. Financial freedom enough to not worry without needing more. Choice freedom, being able to say no to unsuitable things, meaning freedom doing work with positive impact. Success equals balance. Work-life integration instead of work-life balance. Quality relationships instead of broad networks. Deep satisfaction instead of quick wins. Success equals growth, continuous personal development, community contribution, legacy instead of money. Self-check questions. If no one knew about your success, would you still feel successful? Can you take a month off work without stressing about money? Does your work create positive impact for someone? How many truly deep relationships do you have? When was the last time you felt truly proud of yourself, unrelated to money or fame? If you have to think long to answer these questions, you might be chasing someone else's success. Now you understand the game, but how do you escape? I'll be straight with you. Escaping the matrix doesn't mean quitting your job or becoming a monk. It means changing how you play the game. Step 1. Redefine success. Instead of asking how to make more money, ask how much is enough for me to be free. Formula for calculating enough number. Basic living costs times 12 months, plus emergency fund 6 months expenses, plus fund money 30% equals your freedom number. Example, living costs $5,000 per month, emergency $30,000, fund money $18,000 per year, freedom number $300,000 savings plus $6,000 monthly income. Step 2, design your ideal day. Write out an ideal day from waking up to sleeping. What time do you wake up? How many hours do you work? Who or what do you spend time with? How do you feel at day's end? Then compare with current life. Where are the gaps? What needs changing? Step 3, audit your time and energy. Time audit for 1 week. How many hours for work? How many hours for relationships? How many hours for personal growth? How many hours for meaningless busy work? Energy audit. What energizes you? What drains you? Who makes you feel better about yourself? Step 4, build your transition plan. Don't quit immediately. Instead, phase 1, optimization. 3 to 6 months, negotiate remote work, reduce overtime, increase efficiency, reduce busy work, build emergency fund. Phase 2, exploration. 6 to 12 months, side projects related to passion, networking in new field, skill building for new direction, test new income streams. Phase 3, transition when ready. Clear plan B, large enough financial cushion, clarity about new direction. Step 5, new mental models. Change how you think about money. Money equals freedom tool, not goal. Enough equals powerful. Savings rate more important than income. Change how you measure success. Time freedom instead of money accumulation. Relationship quality instead of network quantity. Personal fulfillment instead of external validation. Change career strategy. Value alignment instead of salary maximization. Skill building instead of title chasing. Long-term satisfaction instead of short-term gains. Step 6. Common traps to avoid. All or nothing thinking. I must quit immediately to pursue passion. Reality. Transition gradually with plan. Money guilt. I shouldn't care about money. Reality. Money important for freedom, but not everything. Social pressure. What will people think? Reality. Your life, your decisions. Perfect timing fallacy. Wait for perfect timing to change. Reality. Timing is never perfect. Tools and resources. Financial freedom. Track expenses with apps like Mint. Automate savings. Learn about investing so money works for you. Career transition. Personality tests like Myers-Briggs. StrengthsFinder. Industry research. Informational interviews. Mental health. Meditation apps like Headspace, Calm, therapy if needed, journaling for clarity. New success metrics. Instead of measuring salary increases, title promotions, asset accumulation, measure days per week you're excited about work, quality time with loved ones, personal growth milestones, stress levels, overall life satisfaction. Remember this, the matrix isn't evil, it's just a system, and you can choose how to interact with it. The goal isn't to escape the system, but to play it on your terms. Now you understand the entire game. The system has created a perfect illusion, making you believe happiness lies at the destination like more money, higher position, bigger house, while actually happiness lies in the journey and how you define success for yourself. Summary of key insights. Hedonic adaptation. The brain resets happiness levels after each salary increase. Quick wins don't sustain happiness. Intrinsic versus extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation like passion, meaning, growth creates more sustainable happiness than extrinsic motivation like money, status, recognition. Optimal income. There's an optimal income level for happiness around $6,250 per month. After that, more money equals more problems. Lifestyle inflation. The system is designed for you to spend proportionally with income, keeping you in the never enough loop. Success redefinition. True success equals freedom like time, financial, choice, plus meaningful relationships, plus personal growth, plus health. Reality behind common advice. Follow your passion, too idealistic without financial plan. Work hard, play hard, designed for you to justify sacrificing health for work. Money doesn't buy happiness, said by those already rich or those wanting to keep you poor. Balance is key, vague advice without actionable steps. Practical advice for different life stages. Ages 20 to 30, prioritize skill building over salary maximization. Build emergency fund, at least 6 months expenses. Experiment with different paths before settling. Invest in relationships and health. Ages 30 to 40, define your enough number and work towards it. Optimize work-life integration. Focus on meaningful work over prestigious titles. Prepare for potential career pivots. Ages 40 plus, prioritize time freedom over income growth. Mentor others and build legacy. Health becomes top priority. Enjoy fruits of earlier smart decisions. Red flags to watch out for. You justify every purchase with "I deserve it." Income increases, but stress levels also increase. Work identity becomes total identity. No time for relationships and hobbies. Constant comparison with others on social media. Retirement planning equals work until can't work anymore. Action steps starting today. Week 1, calculate your current enough number. Week 2, audit time and energy to identify drains. Week 3, design ideal day and compare with reality. Week 4, create transition plan with realistic timeline. Monthly check-ins. Life satisfaction rating 110, stress levels, quality of relationships, progress on personal goals, financial health. Final thoughts. This system isn't for you, but you can create your own system. True success isn't climbing the ladder people set up for you. It's building your own ladder, leading to the destination you truly want to reach. Understanding the cycle is most important. Awareness is the first step to escape autopilot mode. When you understand the game, you can choose how to play it. Don't play by their rules. Create your own rules. Call to action. If you find this useful, share it with people you care about. Not to flex knowledge, but to help them have this awareness too. Help awaken more people to the game we're being swept into. Because ultimately, life only happens once. Don't spend it chasing things that deep down, you know don't truly matter. Your time, your energy, your choices, your life. Game over for autopilot mode. Game on for conscious living. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Chinese proverb, start today. Your future self will thank you.